We're live. We're back. Okay. Okay, so that's a mute. Good to know. All right. We are back at it much earlier this time. Hopefully, we can get some more people in here. Have a true celebration, I guess. Yesterday's was kind of like I don't know what to call it. Just kind of like a little mini party, I guess. This will be the main party for celebration. 2 people already. See, I knew going earlier was a good idea. Sorry for the glare, by the way. I'm sorry if that hurts anyone's eyes. I can't really do anything about it. My blinds are kind of crap, so I can't really block that out the best I can. But I don't think it's too bad. It kind of illuminates nice, so we should be okay. I think we should be okay. But yeah, we're here again. 100 sub, Q&A. Anyone's got any questions, ask away. That was a rhyme. Rhyming is fun. No beer this time, just a nice glass of water. Remember to hydrate. Hydrate yourself. Bring my phone in case I'm going to need some searching. But yeah, I came a lot more prepared this time, so yeah. So this time I have much less to say though, because I already talked about a lot of it earlier. Not earlier, but yesterday when we had our own little live stream. So I am just currently waiting for people. At least as of right now, 2 people. Oh, excuse me. Okay. What else can I talk about? Didn't listen to too much new stuff recently. I listened to the new Rise Against album. Thought that was really good stuff. Really felt like a bunch of their older material again. Same fire, same passion, just some damn good rock, if you ask me. I also listened to the Black Midi album, Cavalcade. That was a trip. Not too familiar with the whole that kind of a math rock, progressive, very experimental stuff. But that one actually kind of gripped me a little bit. Still not too sure where all the praise is coming from. Maybe it's just not my scene, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe I was just kind of. It's just not my thing. But I still thought it was good. I didn't listen to anything else. I don't think. So much shit I got to get through for the next review recall. So much stuff is dropping in June. So much stuff has been dropping recently, like a lot. So I'm not sure what to even make of it. That's an eye. There we go. Should be okay. Hopefully the glare isn't that bad. I think it's fine. But I don't know, maybe someone is extremely sensitive to light, and I'm terribly sorry if that's the case. But not much I can really do about it, unfortunately. You guys are more than welcome to say something. Just say hi. It's always better you say something than I just sit here in dead silence. And I just don't do anything. So let's see if we can have more people in here. Let's see if we can. We had 5 peak, I believe, last night, which is awesome. So I try to pick a decent time here to see if people would be. Well, I guess it is Sunday, so I don't think people would have work, but at least it's Sunday here. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have a few decent people in here. I think that'd be really cool. I'll see if we can get for like 7 or something. That would be nice. What else? Not much has really changed from last time. Again, yeah, didn't listen to all that much. Nothing's really been released. Only thing I know is that there's a new Ed Sheeran coming out. New Ed Sheeran single coming out on the 25th of June, Bad Habits. I'm excited for that. Those of you who don't know, I'm a fairly big Ed Sheeran fan, so I'm excited to see where he goes. I saw some of the teaser or the promo where he kind of looks like a vampire. I think that's really cool. I just hope it's not going to be like terribly corny or cheesy or anything stupid like that. But because I mean, it's called Bad Habits. He's going to be a vampire, so I don't know. I have high hopes. I always have high hopes when it goes and stuff like that. Hello there, third person. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you are doing well. Just currently sitting here in silence as no one's talking. But yeah. What else was there? What else exists in the world of music to talk about? At least recently. I don't know. I mean, I know Lorde came out with a new single as well. That's been a fairly big deal. As people are expecting, she's going to have a new album coming out in a bit. So, I thought Solar Power was all right. It was okay. It definitely doesn't compare to some of her best, but I don't think it's the worst thing she's put out either. So, new album's gonna be a new Lorde album, I think. Yo, Quinn, welcome back, man. Glad you could be here for the second coming of the 100 sub celebration stream. Currently nobody else in here, I don't think. So just trying to see if we can get more people in here. I'm aiming for 7. 7 would be really cool because we got 5 last night. But I don't know, maybe people are busy and stuff like that happens. But I mean, hey, you miss out, you miss out. Okay. Oh, Quinn, I'm not sure if you heard, but I recently did a track review on the new David Boyd song, and I'm not sure if you know or not, but David Boyd is the lead vocalist for New Politics, and he has a full studio record coming out sometime this year, his own solo record. So he just put out his own teaser single, and apparently he's got a second one on the way. So we'll see how well that goes. I'm not sure if you've heard that lead-off single, Stay or Walk Away, yet. I personally thought it was a little bit mediocre, but if you've heard it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Dead silence. Probably get used to this for early streams, I guess. Well, at least the early moments of it. Da, 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 da. Clicked off after 20 seconds. Oh, yikes. Yeah. Meh. Apparently, he said it's going to encompass a wide spectrum of genres, all the stuff he's been inspired by. So, I mean, I just hope that it was a misstep and he's got better stuff coming. But that lead-off single wasn't good. It's not good, as Fantano would say. This new David Boyd track, it's not good. Hope he's got better coming. Yeah, the moment when I have nothing to say. It kind of sounds like a B-side from Invitation to Ultimate Reality. It kind of does, honestly. But like, I don't know. It's so heavy, that single, and I don't think there was anything off Invitation that was that heavy. I mean, unless you wanted to look at Suspension, but I mean, Suspension was a lot more dark and kind of grimy. But Stay or Walk Away was really like loud and abrasive. I don't think New Politics were ever that abrasive in their electronic sound. I have to re-look through that album though. I don't think they were ever that loud. Unstoppable, no. Bad for Me, no. Therapy, Death of Me, no, not really. It just feels like such a left turn. So I'm still looking forward to that solo album, but lead single does not leave much to be desired. I wonder if he's going to have another rap track on it like he did with Suspension. I mean, I personally thought Suspension was actually a really good song. I think I read somewhere that you didn't really care for it too much. I personally really liked it. But so, I mean, if he's got another track like that on there, I'll take it. Kind of sounded boring and calm for the first 20 seconds I had heard. Oh, dude, you missed out then. I mean, I'm kind of grateful you did. I don't know if you want to return to it, but it was definitely calm in the first 20 seconds, but after that, it gets really loud. Like loud, it gets distorted, it gets kind of messy, gets cluttered. I made that point, I believe, where I said it was very there was no wiggle room in the instrumental. It felt so dense and so full that there's no room left for anything. It was so cluttered. It was one of my more dislikes. Yeah, I remember that. I don't blame you. I know it definitely wasn't a New Politics song, that's for damn sure. They didn't really do too much rapping, I believe. I mean, there was definitely rap verses, but there was never like any solely rap songs, but I believe Suspension was the first. And I definitely see where that hate for it would come from. Because they did have rap songs before. I mean, at least they kind of did. But yeah. Let's get out of there. Oh. Discord notif post twice. Let's get rid of one of those. Oh, it actually posted 3 times. Oh, shoot. Let's get rid of these. Because we don't need the first 2. There's some little bit of error in that. There we go. Okay. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go this time. I'm going to try to maybe go for an hour. I hope I can go for an hour. That would be cool. But yeah, I just had my interview today with Rough Criminal. Guy is a freaking legend. So calm. He's very chill. It went really well. We had a good conversation. Recorded my interview with him in like 1 take, which was pretty solid. I usually tend to do multiple takes out of like just kind of like being self-conscious about it. And I was like, oh, that sounded bad, but no, it actually went pretty well. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see that on the channel, and I'm excited to see where the boom might get. I'm not sure how many, if I get any followers out of that. I'm not sure if anyone's going to be interested in my content, considering I'm definitely a little bit more on the boring side of music reviews. I'm not really all that charismatic, or like I'm not too skit heavy, I guess. Much more analytical. So we'll see. The buzz would be nice. I just want to get some really nice people in my comments. That would be really cool. Some people who are nice. We'll see. But it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. Back to the moment where I have nothing to talk about. Come on. Awkward silence. Never. I don't know what to talk about. I think I've exhausted all my topics. I think I've completely run out of topics to talk about. I've talked about what I've been listening to, where my new script is going. There's actually I revisited Geordie this morning from the new Maroon 5 album. There's actually a pretty solid song on there called Lost. I actually kind of forgot about it the first time around. I don't know, really obscure or underrated bands. Ooh, do I know really obscure or underrated? Well, look at really obscure. Then we're getting into, because like I know some that have a pretty medium fan base. That's where a lot of mine enjoyment comes from. But ones who are very obscure, I'll have to look. I mean, there's a lot. Okay, I've been getting a lot of requests recently of these Scandinavian rock bands who are very nostalgic, and they're very 80s centric, and they've been doing a lot of stuff there. That is some really good stuff. At least in my opinion, because I love a lot of that music. The stuff like the Iron Maidens and the Def Leppards and all that sort of stuff. That's just kind of, I just love a bunch of that stuff. Oh yes, another one I really love is Animal Sun. That's a really good band. Their song "Girl in Blue" is in my rotation constantly, and they just put out an album actually this week. Animal Sun. That is one I would recommend to you. Who else? They're kind of like a I forgot to mention this. They're kind of like a pop rock sort of thing. I just figured that would. I'm trying to think of ones that would be up your alley if you're kind of into. If you're into similar, if you're into New Politics, then I can't say for sure you'll enjoy it, but it's not like I get New Politics vibe out of it. But I'm just saying that I enjoyed that band, and I don't know, maybe it's just something you'd be into as well. What else? There's got to be other stuff here. Oh yeah, then there's Malcolm with a dot at the end of it. Makes very carefree, youthful sort of pop indie sort of rock, that whole scene. Some very good stuff there. I actually use his song ADHD in my transition period for my review recall. That's what that guitar riff is. There's some fantastic stuff that Malcolm's released. Absolutely worth checking out. Also, Noah Jeans as well is someone I think is worth checking out. Makes very ethereal, spacious singer-songwriter. Great stuff on his last album that released last year. I'm not sure if you saw my top 10 albums list, but I believe that made number 9 or number 10, somewhere around there. That was a really good record. I don't think I could list anyone else. Nothing right now. I'd have to. A lot of the stuff I know is also they're all so new, so they just have like 1, maybe 2 tracks out. So, I'll tend to post stuff like that on my Instagram. I'll share some songs on there of obscure artists and give them some promotion with what tiny of a platform I have. But yeah, if I could recommend those 3, Animal Sun, Malcolm with a period at the end of it, and Noah Jeans, absolutely. Those would be my 3. You can't really go wrong with either. If any of my descriptions of what I said about them might appeal to you, then yeah, give them a shot. Man, it's only 2 people. I kind of expected a bit more, but I guess maybe people are busy at this time of the day. What else? And I could try to fill up a little bit more with my obscure stuff. I do know some more artists. I think I do. Let me take another look here. Oh yeah, Matty Mac. That's another one. Matty makes he makes very kind of similar to Malcolm, but it's a little bit more mature and it's a little bit more just kind of traditional pop stuff. Animal Sun seems pretty cool. Yeah. I haven't listened to their album yet, but I'm going to give that a listen fairly soon. Yeah, Matty Mac makes it's similar to Malcolm, but again, more mature, kind of more. I don't want to say generic because it's not generic music. It's very very eclectic instrumentation, certainly very unique stuff you wouldn't hear on the radio too much. He's got a very unique voice as well. A bit more of a nasally sort of higher pitched voice, and I think it really works. So that's another one I'd recommend. Matty Mac, Matty Mac. I don't know about anyone else. I'll scroll through again really quickly. Yeah, again, most of the obscure stuff I know is again pretty pretty new. They haven't really released all that much yet, so I don't want to recommend them yet because I'm waiting to see what the full length album or an EP would be like. So yeah, there is a bunch of Canadian singers and who are at least really big here that I'm not sure people know. Like there's a Tyler Shaw, there's Scott Hellman, there's Sean Hook, there's Dan Televsky. There's a whole crowd of Canadian pop singers that are really good. There's one musical rabbit hole I've explored throughout the past year: foreign pop punk / pop rock bands from the 2000s that I'd recommend. Ooh, okay. I think I saw that actually. You have a profile picture from. I haven't checked it out yet, but it's by an Italian band, right? They're called Finley. I was curious to see what that was, and I did a little bit of research, and I found out that they're an Italian. I don't think they were a boy band, were they? They were kind of just like a rock band, I believe. Yeah, pop punk. Yeah. I saw that and I haven't listened to it yet, so that might be something for me to cover. I don't think I can tell you anything else though. That's not. I mean, I wouldn't say that's not my scene, but I haven't actually explored that. So if you could list some other examples that I could look through, I'd love to take a listen to some of them. Especially foreign too. You never know what can come out of foreign stuff. Sometimes you're so restricted to the English language that you kind of don't really connect with some of the other foreign stuff, but they're releasing stuff that's just as good, if not better, than a bunch of the English acts that some of us know. So yeah, if you have anything that you could share, that would be really cool. Italian Simple Plan or Good Charlotte. Okay. I was big on Simple Plan when I was younger, but I kind of fell out from them. So, and I never was into Good Charlotte like a bunch of others were. So maybe that one might not be my scene, but I'm still curious to check them out. Hmm. 26 minutes in, not too shabby. I'm almost on my water. Taking drinks to fill the void of silence. Still, yeah, not really anyone else in here. At least not yet. Still gonna keep going though. We're not gonna cut it at half an hour again like I did. It was just getting a bit late. And there goes my water, so now I have nothing to drink. God, if I only keep going for an hour, I don't even know if I can make it without another glass of water. Goodness. Okay. Son of Dork is probably moving. Okay, I haven't heard of that. Let me take a look at that. Let me do. Kind of a funny name, actually, Son of Dork. It's kind of crazy what some of the band names you get nowadays are, huh? Oh, they're UK. Wait, are they UK? I think I see here that they performed on a UK tour. Oh, and they toured with Bowling for Soup and Wheatus. Wow. Oh, and they only have one album out. Oh, it looks very teenage angsty. Oh, jeez. Okay. They were formed by a member of the band Busted. Oh, okay, I see that here. A brand of Blink 182 influenced punk pop. Jeez, my guy, you want to calm down out there? Revving your car that quickly. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, they only have the one album out. They have nothing else. There's not even any other singles. They just have one album, and I guess they just kind of called it quits. One album. Fuck it. We're out. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, I might have to get that album a listen. I'll see what that's about. Used to put off listening to them because the album. It's like, do you really want to get into that? It's like when you figure out what Limp Bizkit actually means and you see their album cover and you're just like, that's not something I really want to get into. But I mean, at least Linkin Park lived, not Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit. God, I can't even about to say Linkin Park, but At least Limp Bizkit kind of lived up to that reputation. I don't know if I can say the same for Son of Dork. I'll have to check that out. I'll see what that's like. Maybe that'll be that kind of teenage pop punk angst that I remember from my like preteen years, back when I did kind of enjoy Simple Plan and I did kind of enjoy Good Charlotte. Might just flick that nostalgia switch for me. Halfway through, at least. I mean, at least. I hope to go for an hour. We're 30 minutes in. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Oh, I believe there was actually a band name that I did remember who was foreign. At least I think they were foreign. I don't remember too much of their material, but I just remember their name and I remember a few songs from them. Oh, wait, they had an album out recently? Oh my goodness. I really don't follow them that well, huh? Yeah, McFly. That's the band. Apparently, they don't seem too obscure, though. They really had, like, #1 hits galore. But yeah, they're also UK. They are pop rock. Yeah, they're pop rock. McFly. I remember that band name. I don't remember too much of their stuff, though, but I'm not sure if that would be in the same vein. Yeah, okay. Stack that up there. I'll take those out when I'm done. Yeah, I might have to revisit some of them. I had no idea they had an album out last year, like late last year too. Apparently, it was in November. So I don't know if they've deteriorated or they gotten stronger, but I missed out on something. Let me see what else is there. I'm just going through the recommended for them, honestly. Yeah, then there's The Wanted. They were like a boy band, though, I think. And then they kind of fell apart pretty quickly. I don't know if I call The Wanted that much of a like obscure, though. Or at least not like mid 2000s. They were like 2010s. So I don't know if I count that. Yeah. Yeah, there's also a lot of really good Canadian bands in that scene. Like I think I I tweeted that to you on Twitter. Yeah, you got stuff like the Faber Drive, and you have Stereos and a bunch of those Canadian bands that I still love to this day. What else would there be? They're kind of in the same scene with Down with Webster. Down with Webster was a lot more, kind of a bit more hip hop focused, though. Oh yeah, These Kids Wear Crowns. That was another one. I believe they were Canadian. I think they were. Yeah, they really do. I can't argue that. The New Cities was another one too. The Latency, and of course it was Headley. Which I mean, I don't know what you can say about Headley right now. They've been in some shit recently. I still like their music, so I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to shun their music just because of the shit that's gone down. They've got some good. Headley's got some good stuff. Mariana's Trench, of course, obviously. What else is there? Kind of in this weird loop right now. I don't recognize anything else. Mackenzie First. That one sounds so familiar. Mackenzie First. Hold up. I gotta find that. Yeah, you know, The Latency. Mackenzie First. I'm actually not finding them. Is it spelled with a first? One ST? I'm actually not finding them anywhere. Yeah, well, The Latency was a good band. Can't argue that. I think they also had one album out. Yeah, they only had one album out, and then they vanished. What else is on here? There was a band for a while, the New Electric. They were pretty solid. They had a really big hit here in Canada. They're really obscure. I don't even see them on streaming services, so I'm not even sure if they exist. There were a lot more. I just cannot remember. Let me check. Let me go through Headley's recommended because I didn't do that yet. Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of the same. Oh wait, was the Somerset Canadian? No, they were American. My bad. Never mind. I'm gonna upload their MP3 files from the CD in a couple of days. Wow, they are really obscure then, huh? Jeez. Hold up, let me do a Google search then. Let me see if I can find them on a Google search. Because if they're not on streaming, maybe I can find them on a Google search. Mackenzie first. Oh, I think I found them. Oh, wow, they are really not on streaming. My goodness. 3 people. How's it going, guys? Oh, and they have a website. Damn. Oh, and apparently, and the website's in Korean. That's not good. The actual listed website on their Facebook page goes to a Korean website. So 7,000 listeners on Last FM. Really? Wow. I did not know that. Still very obscure, though. Oh yeah. See, now I'm getting into a bunch of the stuff that I remember. I think most of these bands are American, though. I don't think these are Canadian bands. Yeah, We Are the In Crowd. Tonight Alive. Oh, wait, Tonight Alive was Australian. My bad. You Me at 6. Yeah, I remember You Me at 6. I forgot about that band. Are they American? Oh, they're British. Jeez, I really got to remember some of this shit. Yeah, those types of groups really start to homogenize a little bit for me. Like when you just know so many of them, they all just kind of start to sound the same. That whole pop rock scene from the 2010s. 4 people. Hey guys, how's it going? We're building. I'm going to try to get to 7 before this stream is over. That would be great. We can get 7 people in here at once. My goodness. I remember this one band that I used to listen to a lot. The Academy Is. They were a little bit bigger, but I believe they also had 1 album out, or maybe they had more. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I have one of their songs on my playlist. About a Girl. Yeah, that's a banger. Well, no, they had a few more. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure they were American though. I think they were. So. Yeah, there's a lot of classic stuff on there. Hey, Tom, glad you can make it this time. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Just currently trying to fill the void of silence best I can. We're limited on talkers, so at this point, I'm just kind of trying to start conversation with myself. Glad I can't have this Quinn guy monopolize. Oh goodness. Sorry, Quinn, you're not the only one in the comments anymore. It's good to have you here, though. Been going for about 40 minutes now. Oh goodness. So I'm probably gonna go for an hour. I think I'm gonna call it at around, and about exactly 20 minutes. So At least somewhere around there. I don't know. Maybe it might go a bit longer depending on how many people decide to show up. So I will have to see if we get that many. By the way, I am getting to that request you had during your live stream, the Black Violin album. I'm getting to that. I currently have my schedule planned out for the next half a month at least, so I know kind of the albums I'm going into. So I am going to get to that this month. I promise that. I will get to that album. I keep wanting to go take a drink of water, but my water's gone. And I don't want to leave you guys in silence staring at nothing while I grab a friggin' water. I don't need to do that. It gets more loud if you know my streams are hit and miss. One time I had one viewer for only part of the time. Yeah, it's kind of been like that. Last night was really popping though. We had 5 people. Well, at least 5 people in chat at one point. I think we had 4 people talking, which was really cool. So maybe late night streams are what I might do. Honestly, if late night streams are that popular, I might do more late night, especially when this glare isn't there. Honestly, I just hate seeing that out of the corner of my eye. Oh yeah, still on my radar. I don't forget about requests. I know a lot of people tend to just, at least some of my friends who I request things to, they're like, okay, are you ever going to get to this? But I always write them down. I have an entire page on my Discord server strictly dedicated to requests and stuff I want to cover. So I'm getting to it. Don't worry. I'm getting to it. There's just so much stuff coming out this month. I got to get to some of it first. And yes, I am getting to that Black Violin album. And I'm excited to hear it. It's like, what was it, like classical mixed with hip hop and R&B sort of thing? I mean, that sounds fantastic, honestly. Sounds like a really unique combination. I have to see how that works. They had an album out last year as well, I believe, if I remember my searching correctly. And I wasn't nominated for a Grammy. I just found out last week this is Black Music Month. Yes, I know that, and I'm dedicating all my requests to Black artists. So like I did Biggie, and the next one I have is Chloe and Halle, and then I'm doing Black Violin, and then I haven't decided for the last one yet, but I'm dedicating all my requests to that. Isn't it also isn't June also like Pride Music Month as well? Or am I thinking of a different month, or is that not even a thing? Hell yeah, nice lineup indeed. Yeah, I'm not too sure if the next one is going to be. I might do a Jay-Z record, because I did also get a Jay-Z request, but I'm not sure. I have to plan out my schedule. So it's going to be one of 2 albums to fill up that last void, and then yeah. And the end of July. Jeez, it's years going by so quickly. Like it felt like 2020 lasted like 2 years, and now this one's going by so fast. It's incredible. Feels like we still should be in like March or April or something, but no, we're mid-June. Jeez. June is Pride Month, not necessarily music specific. Okay, yeah, I knew that. I didn't know if it was music specific. I never think to do a video for it. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I could have swore I heard something that it was also Pride Music Month, but I don't know. So, I mean, I guess you could consider it. I mean, what was I trying to say? I mean, Pride Month in general. I could do a Pride artist as well, or a LGBTQ artist. So, I mean, I don't know if I have something for that yet. I don't think I actually have any requests from any artists like that. So I'm going to take a quick look here. I'm not sure if this is blocking the screen. I think it's still okay. It might be a bit slow. I don't think so, actually. No, unfortunately, I don't think I have anything like that. Yeah. But notifications go away. I'll keep my phone here. yeah, years been flying by. What upcoming releases am I looking forward to? Ooh, that's a good question. I believe Billie Eilish has a new album planned for late July that I'm looking forward to. A lot of her singles have been really great so far, so that's promising. Lana Del Rey has a new record coming early July, which I'm also looking forward to. Because Chemtrails Over the Country Club was such a good release back in, was it March? I think it came out in March. Those two especially I'm looking forward to. I'm not sure what else. I'll check the pre-orders right now. I believe Leon Bridges has a new album coming out. Oh, John Mayer has one coming out in July as well. I forgot about that. That seems to have gotten so little press. Or at least from what I've seen. I'm just not crazy into the John Mayer scene, I guess. But what else is coming out? Yeah, Leon Bridges has one in July as well. I believe doesn't Bleachers, or that's Jack Antonoff, but doesn't he have a new record coming out too? I'm gonna look for that because I think he does. I think I saw it somewhere. Yeah, Take the Sadness Out of Saturday Night. It's also coming out. It was coming out the same day as Billie Eilish's new album is. I hadn't heard too much off this yet, but I'll be sure to give that a listen when it comes around. Duran Duran has a new one. Wow, seriously? Have a new full album? Wow. And same with the Bare Naked Ladies. That's kind of crazy. Leon John are both ones I'm looking forward to. Nice. I'm not too crazy into either of them. I haven't really got the that scene yet. At least it's just not what I'm gravitated to. I do like some of both of their stuff, but not as crazy as some I am for Billy or Lana. Which is coming out July 30th. Yep. I see that right here. His last album came out in what, 2017 or 20? No, I think it was 2017. Let me check. It was Gone Now. Yeah, I don't remember when that one came out though. Yeah, Bare Naked Ladies. Hell yeah, I've been in that exact same scene. Anything else crazy? Prince has a new posthumous album coming out, and I'm not sure how that's gonna go. His last one was just a bunch of covers, I believe, or demos or something. I mean, I'm sure most of these are pretty much demos, but I'll have to see how some of those go. Anything else that is coming up that I could list? I don't think so. We're slowing down on releases. There was a lot more releases in the earlier years, so I think we're starting to slow down a little bit. And then I bet you by the end of the year, there's going to be a bunch of big names dropping by the end of the year. Oh, wait, Her has a new album coming out. Seriously? Wait, is that a new record? I think it is. I didn't know Her had a new album coming out. Huh. Oh, Tones and I. Okay. Don't really care too much for Her. I thought her song Dance Monkey was a little bit obnoxious. Nothing else really. Tom Odell's new one. Tom Odell has a new album coming out? I'm not aware of Laura Mvula. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not aware of her. I had no idea Tom Odell had a new album coming out. That's kind of crazy to me. It's called July 9th. Oh, wait, no, July 9th. It looks like it's coming out. Yeah, I'd never heard of that. I loved his album Wrong Crowd, though. I really did. That was we had Magnetized on the radio, and that's how I kind of fell into him. And I liked his album Jubilee Road as well, so I'll have to give that a listen. I did not know he had a new album coming out. So yeah, that'll certainly be exciting to listen to. Gonna get some pretty good releases in the coming month or two. A lot of stuff in July. So, man, 50 minutes. Wow. It felt like 3 minutes ago we were already at 40. Did I really spend that long talking about new releases? My goodness. Never would have expected that. Another thing too, we just had the Junos here that came and went. I'm thankful the Weeknd got so much more press than he did for the Grammys. It's such a shame that the Grammys freaking didn't do anything for the Weeknd. Drew Rowe was one of my favorites. Yeah, wasn't it an acoustic album? If I remember correctly, I think I remember hearing it was purely acoustic. I mean, regardless, it was a great album, but yeah, the Weeknd got completely snubbed at the Grammys last year. He didn't even get a hit for Album of the Year with After Hours, which is really disappointing because it was such a good album. And I'm glad he got his recognition at the Junos and the he also got a bunch of awards at another show. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember which one that was. But he also got a bunch of awards at that one. I think it had some electric instrumentation as well. Oh, I don't remember, but I mean, as I said, regardless, it was still a great record. I cannot argue that. I'll have to check out that new one he does, though. That is interesting to me. I had no idea he had a new one coming out. Ah, 52. Okay. Keep on going for a bit longer. As long as I have anything to talk about. Yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing else as of right now. Trying to think of, what else to talk about. Nothing crazy. Just went through all the new releases. I mean, what else is there? To go over the list of Juno winners, I'm always curious to see. Sometimes it seems I appreciate more Canadian artists than American. Yeah, Canadian artists. Gotta rep Canada. I believe I don't remember seeing. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I remember seeing like there was actually a bunch of American artists who won. Well, no, was it? I don't remember. I mean, maybe I'm getting the award shows confused, but I don't quite remember who won at the Junos. It just kind of came and went. It's in one ear and out the other. Junos. I don't remember. Yeah, After Hours one album, Blinding Lights one single, The Weeknd one for songwriting, The Weeknd one for Best Artist. Yeah, he got a bunch. Fine Line for International Album. I actually don't remember that one. What else is up for the category of that? I don't remember. Of course, Tragically Hip got the Humanitarian Award. Cannot say I'm surprised. Cannot say I'm surprised. Single of the Year, yeah, Blinding Lights won that one. International album was for Fine Line. Luke Combs, What You See and Was What You Get. Didn't that come out like last year? Or like 2019 or something? Jeez, on Folklore, of course. Which also, I believe, came out in that came out in 2020. Yeah. Fine Line came out in 2019, though. I remember that. So yet again, I don't understand what qualifies for it, because Fine Line was almost 2 years ago. So it's crazy to me. Album of the Year, After Hours. Yeah. Changes by Justin Bieber. Thank God that didn't win. Leonard Cohen's Thanks for the Dance. Didn't that also come out in 2019? Surprised he got nominated for that. I thought that came out in 2019. Unless maybe I just don't remember anything. Yeah, that came out in 2019. Artist of the Year, The Weeknd, Jessie Reyez, Justin Bieber, Celine Dion. Yeah, The Weeknd kind of swept. The groups, a lot of them seem to be country. Okay. Songwriter of the Year looks like Blinding Light. And oh wait, no. Oh, it was The Weeknd regardless. So Jessie Reyez got nominated for that. Alanis Morissette for Ablaze. Okay, that's that. Okay, her last album was fantastic. I'm surprised she didn't win that. Country album, Lemonade Stand. That's the only one I hear I actually know. So, Adult Alternative, don't really know any of those. Alternative album of the year, the new July Talk album. Okay, fair enough. Cannot argue that. An EP got nominated for that, so that's cool. Pop album of the year went to Changes, Justin Bieber. Nothing else here really compares, so fair enough. Rock album of the year, I genuinely don't recognize like any of these. Canadian rock doesn't seem to exist anymore. I guess, at least. I mean, I guess there isn't really any Canadian rock bands. And then yeah, we're gonna get instrumental, francophone. Can't really say I know too much about any of these else. So they have like 3 classical solo or chamber, classical large ensemble, and classical vocal or choral. Classical composition, geez. Contemporary R&B went to The Weeknd again. Getting over Jessie Reyez, I don't really care too much for that Jessie Reyez album. I can't say again I recognize any of these. So yeah. I can't say I'm upset with any of those. Those all seemed pretty fair. And I'm only saying that because The Weeknd got a bunch of awards, and I think he deserved it. At least the Junos recognize his greatness. Boycott Grammys because they didn't include The Weeknd, and they gave it to friggin' Justin Bieber's "Yummy." It's a terrible song. Ugh. But yeah. Awkward silence. Grammys haven't held much weight. Yeah, absolutely not. I agree. It just the problem I always had with Grammys is that it was he didn't get a Grammy for Yummy, but he got the nomination. Like, and I believe it was for Pop Song of the Year or something, and yeah, I mean, I'm thankful he didn't win. I don't remember what one, but I know Yummy didn't win. But I mean, when you got to have Blinding Lights by The Weeknd or Yummy by Justin Bieber, I mean, I'm taking Blinding Lights any day. That song kind of bangs. But I mean, it just seems so disrespectful that they put Justin over The Weeknd. Again, no shade to Justin, but that was not it. That was not it at all. Yeah, the problem I have with the Grammys is that it seems more a corporate based than fan based. Which I mean, I know that's kind of the thing, but I mean, at this point, I don't have much trust that the committee or whatever it is can make good music choices anymore. Oh no, I think the one I'm thinking of is the Billboard Music Awards. Yeah, The Weeknd won quite a bit for that. I remember. I think it was Billboard. Yeah, he won a lot for that. Which I mean, those ones were okay. Again, award shows are just kind of like, I mean, who's one to judge if the song is good or not? I mean, it's just basically a popularity contest at that point. So and it's a shame that Bieber's apparently more popular than The Weeknd when it came to that. Which is funny since I believe Blinding Lights held the longest amount of time on the Billboard top 5 than like any other song in history. I think, if I remember correctly, or maybe not top 5, but top 10, whatever. But it was on there for so long. So I mean, I don't know how that couldn't beat Yummy. That kind of plummeted off the charts like instantly because no one liked it and it was a garbage song. Sorry, rant aside, I just really hate that song. I could rant on and on about that song and how there was and not to mention there was a country remix of that song with Florida Georgia Line that was totally necessary apparently. It was just used to push the streaming numbers and get that song back on the charts. It was a terrible, terrible song rollout overall. Yeah, I could rant for like another hour flat about that garbage song. Because I paid attention to that rollout too and I hated it. I hate that I put myself through that. Oh, we just crossed over the hour mark. Looking pretty all right so far. Shame we didn't reach the 7 goal. We didn't even reach 5 like we did last time. So glad I didn't hear that version of it. I could only make it halfway through the original. Oh, trust me, the country remix is not good. It is not good. Pictures of babies to advertise. I have no idea. I have no idea. It was also so despicable how he made a post. I believe he deleted it though, but he made a post about how it was just kind of like a thing like, well, let's help get Justin Bieber to the top of the charts. And it actually said, if you don't live in America, you can use a VPN to stream the song and get it to number 1. Like it was so bad. It was, the reputation just was horrible. Like no one liked him for that. And I mean, the album was bad. The song was bad. I mean, at least he rebounded with Justice. I can't argue that. He rebounded with that, but yeah. Oh, it was terrible. I believe he also said something about leaving it on like all night, if I remember, or maybe that was something else, but like leave your phone running all night and just have that song repeat and to build up streaming numbers. It was, ugh. What a mess. Disaster. Can't say the same for his other album, No Justice. That was at least a decent album. He did that? Okay. I can't. 2020 Justin Bieber was the reason why that year was shit. I mean, for obvious, I mean, other thing aside, 2020 Justin Bieber kind of ruined the year. Imagine your dreams if you imagine your dreams if you left that song looping all night. Oh God, I don't want to imagine. They would be dreams anymore. They would be nightmares. They would be actual nightmares. I want to find that post again. I think it was deleted. Oh wait, no, here it is. I found it. I think I found half of it. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it says here, buy the song on iTunes, buy the song multiple times on Justin's website. Create a playlist with Yummy on repeat and stream it. Don't mute it. Play it at a low volume and let it play while you sleep. I'm reading this verbatim. Ugh. And then it says here, if you are not from the US, you can download a VPN app and set the VPN to US and then create a Spotify account. Garbage promotion. The countdown where I live for 2020 was already a bad start. Yeah. I think we all had high expectations. It was a new decade, and admittedly 2019 was also kind of bad. Just when it came to a bunch of stuff like I remember the election was such a big deal. I mean, it wasn't too big here, but because Canadians here were kind of having a big laugh about it. Like this whole thing is just seriously happening, but it was still a really big deal, and I think we all kind of went into 2020 thinking, oh, it was all going to be better, and we just got slapped in the face. Thankfully, things seem to at least be slowing down in some spots, so that's good. Vaccines are rolling out, and things. I'm actually getting my second shot on the. Actually, in 2 days, yeah, I'm getting my second shot on the 15th. So, artists should be punished in some way for blatantly pimping their songs and trying to skew the play counts like that. Yeah, I fully agree. There's another thing going on too, especially in the rap world, where artists and rappers are bloating their projects and filling it with complete filler and garbage. And I believe they're just trying to, again, skew numbers, and they're just trying to get streams up, because the more songs you have, the more streams you can accumulate. And I've always hated that mentality. There's supposed to be fireworks with a light show on top of the Space Needle, but there was too much wind, so it was just some lights that said 2020 and some circles. Kind of an underwhelming start, I can imagine. It wasn't even that big here. I don't really live in a big city all that much, so we didn't really have any crazy. It was just a bunch of fireworks. So it was like any other celebration. I mean, I'm sure there was stuff at our local center, but I didn't see it. Your second shot, I've heard about the rollout has been slow in Canada. Does your CF count as an underlying? Yes, actually it does. I was given a note in the mail where it's called CEV, or clinically extremely vulnerable. So I was pushed to the front of the queue, and I got in. And my mom had her shot about a week ago, and me and my dad are going in on the same day, because my dad's also the exact same. He also has a condition like that, so we're both pushed to the front. So our entire family is going to be vaccinated in 2 days, which is really cool, because I believe he wanted to drive down to Vancouver for the 24th, I believe it was. So with the laws now that we can freely travel, because we were sectioned off in our province, like you couldn't be more than 2 hours away from your home city, or at least where you were currently. So now they're starting to lift that, and we're going to get down to that. We're going to get down to our grandparents. We're going to get down to my grandparents in late June, early July, which is going to be great. Also, had to move into a new house this year, which is some really annoying upstairs neighbors. Oh, I cannot imagine. Cannot imagine stuff like that, dude. Sounds terrible. Oh. Goodness. Hour and 8. Nice. Nice. This is good. This is nice. Yeah, clearly. I was amazed so many more people show up at late night, especially compared to this. But I guess people may have stuff to do, and I can't argue that. Maybe just late night is when everyone is wanting to watch a stream, I guess. I don't know. I'll probably cut it at 5, I think, or in 15 minutes, whatever your time zone is. I actually think both of you are actually in West Coast, so in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna film next video, like lazy. Oh, been there, man. Absolutely been there. Sometimes you just don't want to record. You just don't really have the desire to. And hey, that's perfectly fine. It's not like most of us have a real concise schedule to maintain. So I have a bunch of kids over all the time that jump around the house like 6:30 a.m. They vomit onto my porch. Oh no. Oh no, that's horrible. Oh. Freaking neighbors, man. That's why I can never picture living in like one of those condos or whatever. I don't know if I could deal with a noisy neighbor. It seems terrible. Yeah, that's awful. Da, 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 da. Nothing there. Running long enough to keep myself to schedule reduces stress. Exactly. Because you have the schedule and you're just like, oh, I gotta work on this at this time, and like no breaks, and like, okay, I have to record on this day and upload like the next day or 2 days or whatever your schedule is. It's schedules are extremely stressful. I remember I used to set a schedule. Well, I mean, I didn't have a schedule, but I did this thing back in 2017. I don't know what on earth I was thinking. I would listen to an album, I would script, I would record, I would edit, and I would upload on the same day. And I did that for a month straight, and I was exhausted. I hated it so much, and I took a break from it because I could not do that anymore. That's a lot of my earlier material though, and that whole mentality kind of shows of just get it done, get it out. And I'm not proud of those reviews anymore. Some of them are okay, but I don't care for my format that I did back then. It felt very slapdashed, and now at this point I'm just kind of sticking to my own schedule. If I'm not feeling like recording, I'm not going to record. It's not like I'm working like an actual job. Not like I'm getting paid from this. This is more like a hobby to me. Something I enjoy doing in my free time. So I don't have much desire to keep to a schedule. 12. Nice. This is going nice. This is great. I don't know why I was so hesitant to do streams for a while. Maybe because I was afraid no one would show up. But I've learned from the past too that clearly people would want to show up. So I have to start doing some more of these, I guess. Maybe not every day. I don't think I could do one every day. I'd be emotionally drained as all hell. But just figured I did one last night and it felt late, so I'm doing one now again, so I'm a little bit early. But maybe every now and then. I can't say every week. Probably not every week, but again, I don't want to say to a schedule. I don't want to have a dedicated stream day. That seems like way too much. Like, oh, I have to stream at this time, at this day of the week exactly. I don't really care for that. I'll just do one whenever. That's a heavy load for one day. Miss my backtracks. Oh, I remember your backtrack segment. Yeah. I do remember that. So yeah, sometimes you got to make some changes, and a lot of the times it's for the better. You got to know what's right. I was always working on some phase of it at any given point in the month. Yeah. You get stuck to one thing and you get a little bit bored with it. That's why I'm happy I brought my review recall series back, because it felt like doing the same album review and same my viewer suggestions just felt so monotonous, and it felt a little bit boring. So I wanted to introduce another segment, and I'm glad I did, because it's nice to have a different thing to edit and a different thing to work with, even if it is probably the most stressful part of my schedule, because I listen to so much new music, so I have a lot of stuff that I have to put out, and those videos are like 15 minutes long, which is a lot, but I mean, I enjoy it, even if it is a lot. All right, looks like we got about 10 minutes until I'm going to call it. I'm just going to get a little bit tired myself, but I can keep going for another 10. Nothing. Yeah. What else? What else is there to talk about for 10 minutes? Let's see. What else? Not too much. Not too much at all. And if you have any questions, please throw them down. I'm happy to talk about something. Actually, it does bring me to something, though. Now that I thought about it, I've been wanting to do this segment for a while. Basically, where I do my review recall series, but instead, I think I did mention this already on Twitter, but I would like a second opinion is to do my review recall series, but instead of doing it on albums of the month, I would do it on an artist's discography. And I'm totally not copying that off Mike the Snare at all. I mean, honestly, I do really want to do a concept like that, though. I think that's such a good idea, and it just seems like so much fun to dive through an artist's catalog and just explore what may not be popular and just see what makes this artist such a force and such an icon in popular music. I think that'd be really cool. I'd love to do something like that, but I'm not trying to fit it in with my schedule. It seems like it'd be a lot. It's like a second review recall to do for the month. Like I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I could just trim back my review recall, the albums I listen to for that. But I don't know. I would want to do something like that. It'd be fun. I'm glad to hear that. I hope it'd be interesting. That's the thing. I might focus it much less so on the backstory and the history in between albums and just focus on the album specifically. I might do that. What would you consider your favorite song and album? Favorite album would be A Bad Girl in Harlem by New Politics, and my favorite song would be Harlem off that album. I thought about this several times, and that song and that album got me through a lot of stuff in high school, and it's something I hold very near and dear to my heart. Yeah, apparently it's something a lot of people don't really care for. I know you probably like that, Quentin, because I know you are a New Politics fan yourself. But yeah, favorite song, favorite album, favorite band, it's all the same. Something from New Politics. It's band helped me get through a bunch of stuff in high school, and been loving a bunch of that stuff. I would keep wanting to revive my own discography feature, where I did once back at the beginning of my channel. I haven't done since. I don't think I went and watched those videos. Was it kind of a similar topic to like diving through a discography? Or I don't think I've ever seen any of those videos. What were those ones about, Tom? Goodness. Five minutes. 5 minutes left. Keep still wanting to grab for a drink of water. I'll need to have like a full water bottle next time I do one of these. I really will. So I'm not running out of water in a freaking cup. Told the story of a subject band and even played clips of one song featured albums and got away with it without a copyright strike. Nice. Usually you can get away with a clip. I believe it was a 6-second clip you could play, and it's perfectly fine because it's under the fair use. But I believe if you go over 6 seconds or make it, or maybe it's 10 seconds, I don't remember, but if you go over that, then that's where the copyright strike comes in. That's quite amazing too, because I believe like way back then, I believe what would that have been, like 2017 or something? Excuse me. That was when YouTube was really serious with their copyright strikes. So, I mean, I'm glad I was thankful I didn't get any, but I don't think I did anything with my songs back then. And the songs I do play in my videos are very prominently in the background, and I try to make sure my voice is front and center. So it's just something in the background to accompany my voice. Because I remember watching through some of my older reviews and just hearing the deadness of silence and just my voice, and it was like, okay, something needs to be changed here. So I'm glad I added those, because they definitely add a little bit of, maybe not much, but definitely a bit of life to the videos now. What I'm really wanting is I need to get some posters up there. I always feel like this room is so bland to be in, even though I know some reviewers also have a very bland room, but I feel like this is extraordinarily bland. And I would love to get some posters up there just for something else to look at instead of my face. Probably help that 11's albums have been out of print forever. Probably would. I don't think the record label is too concerned about you using clips of songs that are from an album that's out of print. So I mean, if you are going to do a band, it's probably best to do one that's kind of been out of the limelight for quite a while. Looks very similar. I mean, it's fine when you're not doing anything, but when you literally, your main thing is you do reviews and people are going to see you and they're going to see stuff in the background, I feel like it looks a bit boring. Yeah. Would love to get some posters up there. $4.58. Getting close. Oh, we got 4 viewers. 4 viewers right at the last second. My goal with this discography thing was to highlight more obscure artists. Everyone does Weezer and Foo Fighters. Yeah. Weezer is quite the interesting one, though, because Weezer's discography is always expanding. I think that's why everyone does a Weezer one, at least, because there's always something unique about everyone. I think everyone has their own unique Weezer opinion, like how one album is better than the other, because their discography is so different. Almost every album has a different style and genre to it. Well, almost. I mean, most of the earlier stuff sounds about the same, but a lot of their newer stuff is very unique. And I know a bunch of people who have their own unique opinion. My personal unique opinion is that I think the 2017 album Pacific Daydream is pretty damn solid. I gave that one an 8, and I know a lot of people really slammed that album because it wasn't like, old Weezer again, like, because they had the White Album before that and then Pacific Daydream, and it seemed like a big step downwards, but I love Pacific Daydream. And Math and Beyond, Mac Computer from late 2000s. Mac Computer from late 2000s, dude. Yikes. I'm sure that thing still runs, but ooh, an electronic drum set, shelf, treadmill, some posters. Nice. I was never that kid in school who had like a bunch of posters in their room. I never hung posters up that much at all. I know that was a big thing that a lot of kids did. I never was really big on it. Might have only been because my passion and love for music was very, I guess, fairly recent. Not until like 2015, 2014, I guess, was when I really started to love it. My main introduction to music actually came from Guitar Hero. So that was really all I had. Can't remember the applications on my computer. Dude, honestly, same. Mine is kind of crap too. So I'm lucky I can live stream it all. I mean, I know I'm choppy. I'm probably very choppy when I move around like this, and it looks like crap. Yeah, so I think it's just my computer itself being really bad, or my webcam, because I use the integrated webcam on my computer since I don't have an actual camera yet. I'm hoping to get one soon. Still have to absorb most of Weezer's discography, but my ranking would probably be weird too. I feel like too many people take Weezer more seriously than they ever meant themselves to be taken. Yeah, they never took themselves seriously at all. You can really hear it in a lot of their later stuff too. Like their Teal album was the biggest joke the band has ever released. It was just a bunch of covers. And they even did No Scrubs by TLC, which was apparently blasted by fans. But I mean, I thought it was funny. And I mean, I've always loved Weezer as kind of the silly, jokey band, and that's why I never really have any harsh opinions on them. I think they make great music, honestly. I think they have some really catchy tunes. And I just think a lot of you know what? I think a lot of critics nowadays just want them to do another Blue album or another Pinkerton. And sure, while Blue and Pinkerton are great, they're just doing their own thing. I mean, they're not really here to. They've kind of already said what needs to be said. They've kind of done their thing. They really have nowhere left to go. So at this point, they're just kind of messing around. That's why I feel like OK Human and Van Weezer, both released earlier this year, are so radically different because they just don't really want to. They don't need to take themselves that seriously. Honestly, it'd be funny though. I mean, I wonder how well that would go with critics. Probably not that well at all. Because apparently their cover of Africa, I mean, Weezer literally covered Africa because there was an account on Twitter who kept tweeting at them to cover Africa. Like, they didn't do it because they wanted to. They just wanted to do it because there was a fan who really wanted them to cover Africa. And they did it, and that's what led to the Teal album. And it was at that point where I think Weezer just really started to be kind of a jokey band. And I think they're actually pretty solid. I think they're pretty solid in their jokey phase, which I know a lot of people don't really care for that too much. Because the Black album was kind of corny. But, I mean, I still thought it was good. Whew, I went over my time frame. 5:03. Jeez. I don't know. I don't really want to end this. This is nice, though. I love having these conversations. I don't get to have these conversations too much. Some of these are really fun. My favorite Weezer album is the 2001 that most fans call The Dark Era. Yeah, that was, what was that, Maladroit? Maladroit was a pretty heavy album. Or was it Make Believe? Because, I mean, I thought Make Believe was really boring. That's one popular Weezer opinion I can agree with. Because Make Believe was kind of boring, but... Oh, wait, your Weezer phase, not album. Sorry, I misread that entirely. Yeah, the Dark Era. Okay, I think I know what you mean then. If by Dark Era you mean the whole Make Believe Red album, Raditude. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't put Green in the Dark Era at all. I would still consider Green to be a really solid Weezer album. In fact, it's actually my favorite Weezer album. And I know that's going to piss off a lot of fans, but I've re-listened to Blue and Pinkerton, and honestly, Green just has a lot of stickier hooks, and it's tight, it's concise, it's a great album. Really? Raditude Make Believe has some of your favorite songs from them. That's fascinating to me. Raditude had a lot of songs, and I just think Make Believe is boring. This is a banger, though. I can't argue that. Can't argue Beverly Hills being a banger, and Perfect Situation was really good. What would be your favorites on Raditude, though? I mean, if you can list them, I would love to know. I want to know what songs from Raditude make your favorites. Sorry, my mic's probably down here. There we go. I would love to know. Because Raditude is their most hated album. Sounds like Hot Shell Ray. I think, yeah, actually, that's not a bad comparison. Oh, you like I'm Your Daddy? Seriously? I'm not one to judge. Sorry. I didn't want that to come off as condescending, but I don't care for that one too much. Tripping Down the Freeway was a good one, though. I can't argue that. But I don't know. I didn't care for I'm Your Daddy too much. I like that the lead single they had. What was that? If You're Wondering If I Want You To. That was a pretty solid one. In the Mall is stupid. In the Mall is really stupid. In the Mall is really stupid. Ratitude and Hurley are the ones I least remember. Honestly, probably for the better. Those two are not well appreciated by fans too much, especially Ratitude again. Yeah, that one's kind of the, I don't want to say dark horse because they have plenty of dark horses, but just kind of the one that no one really likes all that much. Yeah, I believe it was actually the only song to be written by drummer. What's his name? I don't remember, but I believe the drummer is the only writer on that song, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, Rivers didn't have a songwriting credit on that one. So, I mean, if you want to know why the lyrics kind of sucked, don't tell your drummer to write a song. I mean, sometimes it works in other cases, but not in Weezer's. But yeah, Ratitude and Hurley, those aren't too memorable. Hurley has some decent songs on it, but it's not one that I would fully return to. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you could go without Ratitude, definitely, but Hurley may have some hidden gems on there, I guess, but the whole album is not all that memorable. Not all that memorable at all. Suddenly a little bit tired. That's okay. I'll call him a bit. Da, 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 da. Okay, there we go. God, I was supposed to call this 8 minutes ago. I'm so bad with setting a time or something to do things. I always overly do it. Oh, I think I'm really choppy now. Hold up. That was weird. What artists have you? I don't think I have. No, Jay Bega. I've never heard of that. Never heard. Hold up. Research time. Always gotta do my research. Oh, hold up a minute. I'm seeing it here. I am definitely seeing it. His career is super interesting. Oh, geez. I'm looking at these album titles right now. This is interesting. This is interesting. Huh. I mean, yeah, I definitely agree. It seems very interesting. He started off making R&B, switched to crunkcore, Blood on the Dance Floor type music, and then made a club music trap album, made a few more singles, and disappeared. Oh man, that'd be interesting. Maybe I should cover that in a future episode. That'd be unique. Who are some other artists or band members you most like or admire for stuff other than their music? Other than their music. Okay, so just as like people? That is a really good question. I mean, I'd probably have to say, I would say Marianas Trench is definitely one of them. Like all those guys seem like really nice people. One of their music videos, they actually went and donated a bunch of stuff to different charities and helped out with a bunch of stuff like that. And the lead singer actually has his own YouTube channel where he does his own cooking show, which is really funny. They just seem like such nice people, and they make such good music. It's kind of there's best of both worlds, honestly. Like, sure, there are bands who have made like good music, and they're also just really like bad people. So I get what you mean by that, and I think Mariana's Trench would probably be up there as one of my favorites, just as people in general. He just fell off the internet. No post on new songs. Wow, he just left. He just dropped some albums and then, all right, I'm gone. Goodness. What else could I say here? That's a good question, because a lot of the bands I listen to, I don't really know them too well on a personal level to admire them. And some of the ones I do, they're not the best people. Well, at least not best as in like they're not all that memorable. Um, Kind of hard to say for sure. Two of my favorites are Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons and Dave Grohl for his overall good guidance. Oh, Dave Grohl, yeah. I definitely agree with that. I don't know Dan Reynolds too well enough, or Dan Reynolds well enough to know him on a personal level, but he does activism, so that's cool. And for his overall good guidance. Yeah, apparently Dave Grohl's a really stand-up guy. I remember, now that you mentioned that, I actually remember a bunch of live performances he did where he brought up at least he brought up some kids, and some of the kids were actually like talented guitarists or drummers, and they actually played some of the songs with them. And I remember that there was a big deal. I don't remember how long it was ago, but I believe Dave Grohl actually had a drumming competition with a young girl, a young fan, and that was pretty funny. And he played that really well, and I believe he actually admitted defeat as well. So I cannot disagree with Dave Grohl being up there. Yeah. That went on for a while too, so it was a genuine competition between the two, and it was really cool. It was so cool of him to do that. And I think on that note, I'm gonna have to call it there. I'm getting a little bit tired myself, and plus I do want to continue my scripting. And it is also 5:15, so likely there's going to be some supper soon. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. And thank you for having this conversation. It's always nice to have talks like this with other people who are so versed in music, and it's I don't know, it's just so much fun to do this. I'm so mad I held off on live streaming for so long. But yeah, it happened to us up to. It's fun. Yeah, this is really fun. I'm thankful for you stopping by. But anyway, thank you everyone for coming out, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.